Okay, should be live. Let me just double check. Cool, we are live. It's been a while. I'll wait a sec, but stay hydrated. Cool. So yeah, I just got done with my exams, and it went alright. I think I did alright. I don't get my results until later this week, but in the meantime, we code. So let's I guess let's get started, right? Sorry, give me one sec. Actually, let's move this over. Okay. Oh. Weird. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Cool. So here we go. So we were making a game, and for hell yeah. Let me see where we left off. I don't even remember. It's been like, I think, 19 days. It's been over 2 weeks since the last stream, so I don't even remember where we left off making the game. Actually, let me just really quickly, let me hear if the audio is alright. You might hear a little like playback loop. Okay. Yeah, it's alright. So let's just see where we left off, right? I forget how to even build. So build NextOS run. Okay, so this is where we left off. We've got 2 zombies on the screen, and we have a little dude, and we have some collision detection. Yeah, cool. So we didn't get a whole lot. So what do we need to add? Right, I need to see. So let's go over to the to-dos. We have a bunch of these to-dos to do. I have gun sound effects in here, but let's separate these, right? We need to do, let's go player. So for the player, we need to do player sprites, animations. Actually, we'll just call it player animations. Let's also make one for zombies, and we'll put that in there. Change this to be animations. Maybe like environment. We'll have another one called environment. Decorations, mystery box. Maybe just decorations for now. Okay, we'll also need to do guns. Let's go with different gun types. Sound effects. Sprites. So on. Yeah, actually that should be kind of it. We need to also probably put death in player. So that's a bit better. Have a better idea of what I have to do. I think I want to get guns working. Not sure how I'm going to do this, but we'll see. So how do we get guns working? Right. Well, I'll probably need to make, let's draw this out. me grab this over here. We go over to Excalidraw. That's not spelled Excalidraw. I'll move this away. So, oh, this is for my homework, for my assignments. Okay, so guns, right? Let me make a little thing. Guns. So we need a few different things. Like there's a few things that go into guns, right? The type of gun it is, its fire rate, stuff like that. So let's write them all out. So we'll need we need to know fire rate. We'll also, oh my god, fire rate. We'll also need to know maybe like type, the type of gun that it is. Like here, let's do it like this. Let me make this like a mini map. Here, this will go into, actually maybe I should have surrounded these. Can it not center? Okay, let's just make it bigger then. Cool. So different types of guns that we have. We can maybe have like semi-auto. And then we'll do full auto. Ignore that they're different sizes. I can't ignore it. What other kind of guns are there? I'm not a very big gun guy. Does sniper count as like its own separate thing? Maybe that's more about fire rate, hey. Doesn't matter. We'll leave it like this. Bolt action. Oh, that's another one. And maybe here we'll literally specify the number, like DPS, for example. Damage per second. That's kind of it, I think. I'm not too sure what else. So we need to model this. Okay, let's get started. Let me move that over here. Okay, so first off, I need to make a gun struct. So go gun. So right, we have fire rate, we have the kind of gun that it is. What else do we have? Well, it doesn't matter. Let's first go, maybe we'll have a name for it. So we'll just go const char name. We'll have a fire rate, which we'll just leave it as like a, yo, what's up? How's it going out there, Watson? Oh, that reminds me, maybe I should make my own Michael's bag. Still don't get it, but sure, man, we will. Actually, I'm gonna do a little yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of this. We're gonna do some type defs. So we have uints, yeah, okay, we'll go uint 8, will just be u8, and let's just copy this a bunch of times. We'll change this to be 16. What are you creating? Just continuing from last stream, we're making a game. Making like a 2D Call of Duty Zombies style game. And right now I'm trying to add in guns. Not fully, because that's a lot of work, but just some simple like framework for the guns. And here we can do I8. Oh. Actually, maybe it'd be easier if I copy these. Oops. Oh my. Find. Oh Lord, can I? There we go. That's fine for now. If I need more, I'll add more. So we'll have a U8 for the fire rate. I think we'll leave it like that for now. We'll have like an enum that specifies. I'm trying to think about this. So we need to specify what kind of, like, let me just demo this out. So we need like a type that there's two ideas I have. So the type can either be a union, right, of different other gun types. So as in, we'll have another struct called like pistol. Pistol. And then here it can specify some information, but then I guess that can kind of go inside of this. So here the fire rate can be specified per each separate kind of thing. Not too sure though. Another idea is to fully take everything out, make each gun their own struct, and then that way, once we have each gun be a struct, we can just have a kind of like a polymorphic gun where it has a union and a type. So it will be a tagged union. So okay, let's try and do this. Let's go like type def be back. Oh, I'm gonna go and finish my work, be back in 20 minutes. Sounds good, man, don't worry. Hope it goes well, whatever work you're doing. So if we have like, let's say, okay, so there's actually a bit more complicated than I thought, because we have a general name, gun, right? And each gun, it can be a pistol, it can be a sniper, it can be a machine gun, so on. And then in there, we have different kinds of pistols, machine guns, and so on. So there's kind of like 3 layers to this. So we can have, maybe, let's do this. A gun kind, and we'll have gun pistol, gun sniper, so on. Let's worry about that afterwards. I'm only going to add a pistol for now. So here we can have a gun kind. Oh, right, I need to type def this. Actually, I'll leave this in here as well. So we can have a gun kind, and then here we can have the union of the different guns that we have. Actually, then, sorry, we can, how should I do this? It's a bit tricky, because gun kind could be put with its own gun information. Let me see. So let me just write some code and let's see how this goes. If it needs to be changed, then I'll change it. So here, let's go and do type def struct pistol. And it'll have its own name. It'll have its own fire rate, which we'll just make a U8 for now. maybe like number of bullets in a clip. Is it a magazine? Number of bullets in a magazine? Is that what it's called? Okay, let's go. Let's just say we'll have a U32. That is the max ammo. That's maybe like reserve. And then U32 mag. Yeah, okay. And then that way we can have this pistol. And then I guess we'll just call that a pistol. Yeah, cool. So now let's try and make this. Maybe I should separate this into another folder. Or not folder, but different file. So just to make my life a little easier, let's yoink this out, put this in here. Let's put like a little guard header. Let me just see how I did this over here. If not defined, gun. Okay, and in here, let's get back these. So I'll copy this and put them at the top. Oh, right. I'll need to grab out this guy. Cool. Okay. Now that's good. Let's maybe I can just define globals. So we can have a global for like, let's do an M1911, right? Actually, let me search up some guns. Common pistols in video games, because I don't want to be on some FBI watch list. Yeah, let's maybe not do some numbered ones. Let's do like Glock or something. Let's do a Glock. So, oh, there we go. So here, I'll make a Glock. Let's do gun Glock equals and then the kind that it will be is a pistol, gun pistol. The pistol field will now actually give it some information. Okay, I'm now looking at this code, I'm realizing each gun is going to have a fire rate, each gun is going to have a reserve and a mag. The only thing that's going to change is the name, but all of them will have a name. So we don't even need this union. We can just yoink this out, put this in here. Yeah. And then here we go, we'll have name, we'll just call it Glock. let's maybe do it uppercase. Fire rate. What is an M19's fire? Oh, not M19. Sorry, Glock fire rate. Yeah, let's do Glock fire rate per second. 20 rounds per second. Is that real? A machine gun pistol. No, I don't want that. Glock 19. Here, I'll pull this over. I'll ask ChatGPT or I'll ask an AI. I'm making a game with guns. What's the Glock 19's fire rate? Can you really shoot 20 rounds per second with a semi-automatic? That doesn't seem right. You're telling me you can go 20 times? I don't believe that. Okay, wait. Let's do what about an M1911? So, what, 300 divided by... Yeah, so, wait, you were saying... Oh. Let's stick with 5. Let's do 5. Reserve. Let's make up some numbers. Let's say that in reserve you have... Actually, no, I can't do this. I need to know. Glock 19 ammo. Right. So let me first do the mag. Let's actually also change this in here just for peace of mind. And we'll say, shit, I forgot what it was. Let's say it holds 24, right? And let's say then you're holding what, like, here, let's do some calculations. If we're doing 24 and let's say we have 10 mags, so 240. Let's go with that. So 240. Okay, so that, I think that's okay for now. Let's say that the player spawns in with a gun. So should we keep the gun? Yeah, we'll keep the gun on the player. So we'll say gun. Oh, I need to include this file. What was it? Guns. Yep, cool. Gun. There we go. Easy going. Okay, now I really need to organize all this. This feels very messy. Okay, let's go ahead and what will we do? So let's give the player a gun first. Here, I'll put it there. Gun equals to a Glock. Maybe I should make this const as well. So this should make a copy of it, and then we can edit the player's gun stuff because we're not passing by pointer. Yeah. Okay. So we'll now have a gun, but the gun does nothing. So we need to make some stuff, make it do some stuff. So let's make a should I make a wait, okay. Here I need to make guns.h as well. And I'll put this into guns.h, change this from C to H. Forgot that's the common practice. And here, let's go back to this, and we'll go here. Okay. So we'll have a gun fire, which will do void. And this needs to take in a gun. We'll call it self. And it's a pointer to a gun. Oh right, it's just the definitions. So here we'll include guns.h, and let's write the implementation for this. So gunfire so we can do maybe a switch on the gun. So self.kind, and we'll go case gun pistol, and then we'll do we'll do gunfire pistol. I could change this to pistol fire, but we'll leave it like that. And I'll copy this and make a definition for it. So here we go. Actually, I'll put it into here. Oops. And now we'll just call it from here. So gunfire pistol. And we'll pass in this gun, so just self. And remember to do our break. Now, here we go. So this is the actual thing we need to do. Okay. This is just handling firing the gun. So we're not worrying about capturing any inputs and seeing if the player has actually clicked any buttons to fire the gun. So we're just going to fire said gun. There's a few problems though. One of that being, I need to know the direction that the gun needs to fire it, right? And the way that we get that direction is through the mouse's X and Y coordinates. And from this, we can't get that information because we're only receiving the gun. So what I might have to do is I have two options. I can either make those X and Y coordinates global and then constantly update them each frame. Oh, actually, wait, if I remember right, let me see, if I do yeah, okay, I can do this instead. That'll be a lot easier. Okay, so here then I'll need to also include Rayleigh. Let's also, just in case, we'll include Raymath. I should really make a separate folder so that they're not global dependencies, but for now we ball. So we can get the mouse's mouse's position with get mouse. I want position, right? Let's just double check that this function does what I think. I'm pretty sure. Get mouse position x, y. Yep. And that returns vector 2. Cool. So we have the mouse position. Yeah, okay. Let me also, before I forget, we're gonna go self dot so I need to see here. If we click the gun and they haven't reloaded, then we shouldn't continue this function. So I might just early return. Actually, maybe I'll do this here. I'll have an early return and say, hey, if nothing is in the mag, we're just going to return out. We're not going to complete this function, and the bullet won't fire. Maybe we should like return something here just in case, so that we can do like a sound effect of like a, you know, no, like a bullet not being able to fire, just the sound of a trigger going. But we'll do that later. For now, this should be fine. So here, then we can, I'll do it here. Should be fine. Let's go mag minus equal 1 to remove one from the mag. Cool. Now, I don't know my what is it, linear algebra? I don't know how to work with vectors. So what I might do, because I've done this before, where I calculate like the trajectory of things, I'm just gonna pull up an old project. Or can I try and figure this out? I have the position. I need to calculate the direction that I need to travel in. I remember that. And I need to store that direction somewhere. Maybe... right, I need to spawn bullets. Right, so this needs to spawn a bullet. Once it spawns that bullet, we need to send it off. Okay. Okay, so I have some ideas. Yeah, I have some ideas. Okay, so we need to make a bullet. Let me pull up some projects. Let me just go to GitHub. Let me double check how I used to do this. I think I did this in Flat Hot, another game I made. I didn't finish it, like most of my projects. And the code for this is horrible. I even have the exe in here. Let's see. Let's just go to main. Is there like a, okay, here's bullet. Oh, and for this I didn't even need guns, so it was fine. Yeah, look at this. What was I doing? I really wanted to do this object-oriented style, but that's such a dumb idea. Okay, so I need to make a bullet, and I need to pretty much do all these things, except for is enemy, because our enemies don't fire back bullets. Cool, let's make a bullet. Let's make a bullet. So maybe I can keep that in the guns. I feel like that's fine to do. Oops. And I don't think I need to make different kinds of bullets, right? Like, it's a game. I don't need like 50 caliber. What was it? There's like 20. I don't know my bullets, man. I'm not. I don't know this stuff. But I don't think I have to. So all we need to do is just have that information. So we need a vector to direction. Okay, so I need to also include these two things. I guess I'll give it a shape as well. So instead of that, we'll go rectangle and we'll give it a shape. So this shape will contain its x, y, as well as its width and height. I'm just assuming that will be a rectangle. I think it's fine to do that. What else do I need? Oops, I meant to do that. Color, that I don't really need. Is enemy, I don't need. I'll give it an update function. So that's pretty much all I need for it. Here, let's maybe separate this out. Let's put this over here. And maybe what we'll do is we'll have maybe a spawn bullet function where it actually handles all that, and it will just be called from this instead. That might be the better play, so that I don't have to calculate all this in gunfire. It's the bullet spawn that handles that. So we'll have bullet spawn. Alright, I always forget, need to just close it off. I don't think it needs to take anything. Yeah, I don't think it does. So here, we'll go bullet spawn, and let's do this. Oh, so then, okay. So now, this means that these guys need to return this bullet. Yeah, okay. I've got an idea. So yeah, it doesn't matter. So these need to return the bullet that it gets. Right. So let's work on this first. If there's nothing in the mag right now, that means we can't fire a bullet. So could I signify, like, how can I should I put some information in here to say if we actually did that? That feels kind of cheating, and I don't know if I like that. Maybe instead, this might be a dumb thing to do. I'm kind of on the edge of it, because if I made, let's say, a bullet that is initialized to 0, all of these fields will be 0, right? And then I'm thinking later, when we run this function and receive the bullet from return, we add it to an array of bullets that are currently out and shot. And before we add it to that array, we check if that bullet is zeroed out. But I don't like that as well. That's just very nitpicky. I don't know if that's what I want, but like, see, this would be a perfect time to use a language that isn't C, because then I can do like an optional type, or like option. But I don't want to use C++. I don't want to use Rust, for example. We're just using plain C. So maybe zeroing out is the best idea. I mean, in no case is the bullet shape and direction going to be zero, right? You're not going to have a bullet that has no shape. And Furthermore, I was gonna say, and furthermore, you could say that a direction will never be 0, but I'm not sure that that's the case. So we'll go off of the shape. So okay, we'll do bullet, right? I need you like that. Actually, let's just leave it like this. Pretty sure that will initialize it to 0. We'll return from here. This one will return the bullet spawn. And now we just need to worry about this. Oh, sorry. As I said, I guess not. Oh, what did you say? Okay. So we're gonna have like a let's make a little default bullet right now. So we'll have just bullet, and let's say that the shape, we're gonna just have it be kind of constant. Be back. I'm back. I am back, and it has been 20 minutes. Nice. A little bit more right now. What's it called? Are you in school right now? Were you doing like homework? Nope. Oh, is it like holidays or something? Let me think. Sorry. What's like the default width of this? What's our player width? We have an entity scale, and I kind of need that. Yep, summer holiday. Nice. Yeah, I'm on break as well right now. Just finished my exams, so we chilling. No school until. Oh damn. Oh right, yeah. Yours is like a full-on summer break. I go back to uni on the 30th of this month. Oh, but that's just because in Oz it's different. We don't have as long summer breaks. Damn, short ass break, yeah. It's because I just ended my first semester, so I'm still in the middle of the school year. I kind of need this. So I might have to do a lot of restructuring. Yeah. Let's go like maybe I want this information in another thing, so we could go and maybe just say like definitions. It's not really what I wanna call it. What's the term for this? So I have type definitions. I have other just global definitions. Because I need this. Well, I guess this information is separate. So I only really need this thing. What's the difference? What do you mean? What's the difference with what? Between type def and define. So, good question. A type def is making an alias for a type. So, for example, here we have a type its name is uint8_t. This is just saying that it is a 8-bit unsigned integer. That's not spelled integer. And I don't like how long that name is, so I just want to call it u8. But for defines, these are more like these are called macros technically, and you can imagine anytime that this variable, this name, is used, it gets converted into what's over here. So whenever I say entity scale, you can imagine that it's literally replacing this directly with that. Like, exactly. And then you can do some pretty cool things with that. Like in here, I have a bunch of definitions that are kind of like functions. So they're not just a value or a variable or something like that. They're called macro functions. But the type defs are only for types. Okay, so I kind of want this. Maybe. Okay. How can I factor this out? I need like should I just make like entities? So, and then everything that's an entity derives from this entity file. So then it all has this entity scale. Yeah, you know what? Doesn't matter right now. That's really just a thing. Like that's like a not important issue. So we'll go ahead and we'll make some. We'll just call it defs, and I'm gonna yoink these out. Put this in here. Let's also make a guard clause. Say array defs undefined, and then here we'll end. I think I have it pasted still. Nope. That's fine. And I need this. There we go. And then here, got it. Thanks. No problem. You're not a programmer, right? I'm surprised you're at least somewhat curious. That should be okay. And then here I can remove that. We'll include our defs.h. We'll keep that there actually. And then we'll say that the guns.h, we're gonna remove all of this and remove that, and we'll include our defs.h. Just a casual. Oh right, I think I remember you mentioning Python, like you had dabbled in it or something. So yeah, that makes things a little bit easier. Cool. Why did I need this again? I wanted in here. Right. This comes from guns, which has that. Okay. So we have our entity stuff. Let me go back into guns.h. Make another define here, and we'll say I learned Python last year and did a bunch of things with it, but haven't been using it since like September 2024. Fair, because I chose linguistics high school and not coding high school. Yep, I remember. How's the linguistics going? What languages, or actually I don't know what you do in linguistics. Do you learn languages, or do you learn like the culture as well as, or like the history behind a language? I don't know what that means. Tres bien. I'm guessing good. Bien, I'm guessing. I was like Spanish. It's good. Is that right? I don't know. No, that's not Spanish. Like bueno is good, isn't it? I'm not too good with languages. Say bullet. How did I call like the player width and stuff? Okay. we'll keep that. Entity scale divided by, so I should really get like a calculator app. I don't have a calculator app. Let's just do, what was it, 64. When I do 2.15, so this is the size of a player. We want it to be a lot smaller than the player, so maybe around like 5. Nah, that might be too small. Let's say 10. So if we wanted to do make it equal to 10, what is it? Why is there Russian or Cyrillic? Mix of that. We learn the basic language grammar for the first 2 years. Then the other 3 years we learn more vocabulary and culture in the language of origin. But we're already learning a bit of culture. Cool. That's really cool. I love the idea of like learning linguistics. I don't like the idea of learning languages. Like I find the concept of how different languages came to be, or the different dialects, or the reasons why that those dialects are there. But I've never been actually good at languages itself. Only know English. Let me try and pronounce this. Let me try again. Tres bien is French. It means really good / well. Okay, that's good. So wait, I want this to be 10. So 64 divided by equal 10. Oh, okay, it'll actually solve my problem. So wait, what? Divide by 6.4. So if I do, wait, did it say roughly? No, it said exact. So, wait, yeah, am I dumb? There we go, yeah, so divided by 6.4 is what I want. 6.4f. Dialects are crazy. So back in guns here, we have the default width. So you can go bullet width, and then .h, we'll do the same thing. And paste that there. What? Oh, I didn't save it. Okay, so that's like our default bullet. We're not setting the x and y. I'll just set it to 0 for now. And then we also need, what else comes with bullet again? The direction. And we'll calculate that direction after the fact. Like in Italy, we have something like 5 for each region, and we have 21 regions. Some have more than that. There should be a map online somewhere. Damn. So there's over, well, there's like 105 dialects of like Italian. That's a little much, but I guess that's fair, right? Because if memory serves me right, Italy was not a country before; it was separate countries. Or maybe not even countries. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but like there were different places, and then later they became the country of Italy. Maybe I'm wrong. This knowledge is all from Assassin's Creed 2. 226 dialects I looked it up. Damn. That's a bit mad. That's, how do you guys even communicate like that then? Well, I guess there's going to be common words. So you can probably make each other out, but crazy. Okay, I need to calculate the direction, and I believe to do that I need to just normalize the vector. Is that right? Let me check. I had to do something like this for one of the assignments I had recently, so I can just quickly, because this code's very small, so it shouldn't take me let me sign in. Give me 1 sec, sorry. Surprised it signed me out. Okay, there we go. Here, so can I make this wider? There we go. So I know I made a bullet. Oh, here, shell ammo. That's collectible. No, so shell does being shot here. Yeah. Here we go. So right, I need a spawn location, and that needs to be from the player, and I don't have the player. Well, actually, the player's always going to be centered. So I can kind of cheese the fact that they're centered and just make them spawn in the center. Because the camera... Oh, no. But like, they do move. Their coordinates do change. So I can't do that. I actually need the player's position. See, that's why games are really hard to make. Because there's so many things that depend on each other. And they're not just like, oh, I'll make a bullet and do this thing. It's like, no, I need the actual environment information. In each region, the dialects are pretty similar, but for example, from north to south, you don't understand anything. Even from north to just a bit northern, it really hard to understand. Crazy. I don't know where the southern dialects come from. I'm guessing past languages that remain, but I don't know. Northern dialects come from a mix of Italian and French/German. Interesting. Is higher up there closer to French or Germany? I don't know the positioning of how do you say it? Like the places in Europe. Okay. I need the player's information, which is a bit scoffed. That is really scuffed. There's too many things that need too many other things. Like, it would be so much easier to make this all just one file, but it would be so hard to write code this way. Left there's France, and right there's Germany. And Switzerland is in the middle, kind of. Oh, my cat's trying to break in. Oh, I can hear him like clawing at the carpet. Okay, wait, give me 1 sec. I'm just gonna say hi to him. Oh, I won't mute though. Archie. Hey, little boy. Archie, do you want to say hi to the stream? Oh. Hi, Archie. Okay, wait. Hi. Oh, sorry, Archie. I shouldn't be carrying him, so I'm going to put him down in a sec, but this is Archie. Okay. Hey, little boy. Let's go back. Ooh. I got you. Okay. Let's go outside. Come on. Come on, Archie. We can hear him too, lol. Yo, RG! WK, he's just a baby. Yeah, that's Archie. He just got his ball snipped. That's why he's in a cone. Came back just in time to see him. Hell yeah. That's the real goal of the stream, to see Archie. Okay, maybe what I need to do. So Okay, I'll worry about this part after. I'll copy this just so that I have it and I can use it for later. Actually, I'll just paste it in there, and we'll comment this out. And here, I need to normalize. Yeah, that's kind of all I need to do. So, GG's. So now I need to restructure some stuff. There's so much stuff that needs other things. Well, okay, what I could do then is, let's say, let's say I remove these and I put them into defs. And here I'll also need to include, actually I'll just borrow it from main here, and we need these two. So now it doesn't have access to guns, so I could include it. Oh well, I need to go. Have a nice one, guys. Send Archie my regards when you see him. Will do. See you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I need the. Okay. Oop, whoops. Okay. Let's do this. What I'll do is we'll yoink these, put them in here, just so that I have all of these. This needs okay, so that then also needs includes .h, and now it doesn't have access to gun, so can I just forward declare it? Go type def or does that make a definition for that? Does. Okay, can I forward declare? How do you C forward declare struct? If you type def your struct, you can leave out the struct keyword. Okay, so just don't give it a definition. So can I do type def struct gun? What does that mean? Not too sure what that means, but okay, instead of forward declaring it, I'll just bring it up. Oh, I need these as well. Let's group them up like this. I don't know if I like to do it like this, but at least this way I kind of know what's connected to what. Right, okay, that's fine. don't need to do that. So here, let me also then remove whatever we don't need from here. Let's say that, actually I'll put this above, and we'll have each of these go with the the correct corresponding thing. So, and maybe I should, yeah, okay. I've got some ideas. So here we'll go. Actually, I don't want this to be too long. I just go. Is that 10? That's 13? When? How? Wait, what? Okay. Let's just do 10. There you go. And here, let's put this here. Change this up with bullet. Maybe I'll change this to be. No, we'll make it uppercase. Oops. Paste. There we go. And here we'll go zombie. And then here we'll go game. Okay, so got it structured better. Let's now. There's so many things wrong. Okay. So now, what I could probably do is. With this thing, we could define. Okay, so what I'm thinking is here we have this defs, right? And this is pretty much all of our definitions, and they would probably need to be used around everywhere. So I'm going to make multiple files that include this, that each do their own implementation. So, for example, the guns, redefinition of gun kind. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. That's good. Let's change that. So at guns, gun. Here, remove this. We'll yoink this out. Put this here. Maybe I should lead with the definitions. I think that's more coherent. Cool. And then let's then also grab this stuff. Those for bullets. Let's go here, put that there. Actually, this needs to go with guns. It doesn't know about bullets. Cool. That just means I need to move this up. Nice. Okay. So now I don't need this. I'm going to remove that. This will only include, what was it, defs.h, and it'll implement the stuff that it needs to implement. So we'll also change that to gun. And let's work on first I can move that. Let's work on first separating each thing into out of this main folder or main file, sorry. So here with the defs, let's go with player first. So we'll have player.c. It will include defs.h. Actually, let's go over here. Go into main. Let's get all the things that are prefixed with player. Should be more. Or not. So that's a call, that's a call. That's just other things. Cool. So that means what I need to do is in defs, I need to go and we'll yoink this. We'll yoinky spoinky and put that here. And then we'll also yoinky spoinky this. Place that over here. There we go. And this does the implementation. Nice. Let's move on to zombie. So first I need a zombie.c, and now I can grab these two, place them in here. Let's also include our defs.h, and then I need to say in defs, where is it? Zombie. Here, let's copy this, put this here, and same thing with this, just yoink it over, yoinky spoinky, put that there. Cool. Now, that's kind of it for zombies. Okay, let's now focus on game then. Right. Wait, these are not defined? Did I not define them? Oh, I didn't. Oh, shit. I deleted it without... Shit. Let me just see what it was before. I'm just checking the old Git. The old GitHub. Here. This is the stuff. I'll just copy it. And we'll put this with the zombie definition here. Actually, we'll do this over here. Nice. Cool. So now let's focus on game. So I need a, yeah, I'll call it game for now. Game.c. And this again, take this, paste this into here. We'll take these, put that in here. Then back inside game, nope, defs, where is game? We'll get the definitions for these functions. Maybe I should, I just voice cracked though, maybe I should pass this by a constant pointer. Just so that we're not passing it by like a massive thing, but it's fine. For now at least. Okay. Nice. That's everything. We've separated into so many files. Okay. Cool. That should be fine. So now I have all the informations I need with every file. So then I can do this. So this we need to take in the player stuff. So maybe instead of passing the gun, we just pass the player. So then we can do player fire instead. Call this player fire. That acts on their gun. Yeah, that might be better. That might make more sense. So let's go back to devs. Where is gun? So instead we can remove that and then put that with the player. So we player fire instead. Oh, I didn't realize I lagged out a little bit earlier. It says I have some dropped frames. Okay, so does that make more sense? Is it the player's responsibility to fire, or is it the gun's responsibility to fire? That's a bit of a, I feel like a philosophical debate. But I need the player. And the player has a gun, so let's do it like that. We'll say the player can fire. So in here, we'll have void player fire. Passes in that. Okay. And I don't think I need to. Yeah, I don't think I will. So we'll keep this first. Go into player. Put this over here. So, wait, what did I? How did I? This should probably return a bullet still. Okay. Now we kind of just copy this over. So, oh my lord. At least we're doing this now. This makes life a little easier. And instead of doing that, we'll go gun.mag, gun.kind, and we're going to remove this. Okay, next I want to have bullet player fire pistol. And this will do the same thing. And then this is again gun.mag. Wait. Does that need to be a pointer? No. Yeah, no, I don't think so. And then we change this to be player. Cool. And now here we have bullet spawn, which we can put into its own thing. In defs, I'm pretty sure I have bullet. Yep. And we have bullet spawn. So we'll make another thing. We'll go bullet.c. Include our defs.h. And we'll go bullet spawn. And let's change this to be instead taking the player. That's nice with player. There we go. Unknown type player. Fuck. Wait, no. No, it's going so well. Player isn't defined yet. And, okay, player. Okay, gun. A bullet relies on player. Player relies on gun. Gun relies on bullet. That's crazy. Oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. We don't need those anymore. So then I can just put this oh shit, it's cyclic, or sort of. So bullet needs a player, and where's player? Where's player? Player needs bullet. Interesting. So I need to forward declare it, but I don't know how to forward declare this. Okay, let's do this. This may be a little dumb, but we don't even need to. Here, we don't even need to do that, right? Let's remove this. Let's remove, yeah, just remove it fully. And back in player, we will just make this function and make it like, we'll make it basically private. Right, and so now we shouldn't have any bullet spawns, right? And we'll just pass over self. So let's still go bullet spawn, a player spawn bullet. Okay. So now we can do the thing. So first, let's make a bullet. We'll have the shape where the width is bullet width, the height is bullet height, the dot x is the player, nope, sorry, self dot shape dot x. Let's leave it like that for now. It's not exactly right. Actually, let's just head back over to p5.js to see how I did this. We're going to Mario, and shell is here. So spawn, yeah, we'll do the same kind of thing. So plus player, nope, self dot. And this one also plus, yeah. Self shape dot y divided by, nope, that is in here divided that y2. Y divided by 2. Oh, to get it into the middle of our character. That should be the same, right? We'll see. Okay, and now we need to get this mouse position. And this needs varlib, yeah, I'm gonna put that over there. And we need to normalize it. Let me include, actually, I'm gonna change that to be like this. Include raymath. I'm not sure if it's actually in raymath, but just in case. Include raymath, and we want to normalize this vector, so I just do normalize. Oh no, be with the Z, hey. Yep, raymath. Cool, so this will normalize Oh. Wait, what? Am I thinking about this wrong? It is normalized, right? Normalize input value within input range. Why don't I range? Where's the... I know that it's in here. I've used something before. Oh, it's like vector to normalize, right? Yep, there we go. And this returns a vector? Yeah, okay. So, and this takes in a vector. So we can pass in pause. We can go vector to direction equals that. There we go. Okay. Now, I don't think I need this. Yeah, I don't need this anymore. Now, we need to set bullet.direction equal to direction. Actually, what am I doing? Just do bullet.direction equal to that. And then we return the bullet. Ooh. What? Returning int? What do you mean? This doesn't return... Oh. I see. Let's delete that. Here we go. And we'll change this to be... There we go. Oh my lord. So, now that means... what does that mean? When we actually write the code that calls this function, when the player fires, we're checking, hey, is this, do they have ammo in their current clip, in their current mag? If they don't, we're going to return a zeroed out bullet, and we'll check for that before we push that to an array. If not, we'll continue on, check the kind of gun that it is, and we'll see, hey, the gun is a pistol. We'll go over to player, fire, pistol. Here it will decrement the mag, and then it'll call player spawn bullet, which creates a bullet, calculates the direction it should travel in, and returns a bullet. Cool. That seems hunky-dory. This doesn't even use it, really? Oh, we have an error though. What is this? It did use it. What? Oh, because I forgot to redo this. What was it? Dine, impul, zombie. No, just go zombie. Now it worked. Yep, cool. Okay. Nice. So let's make sure that this still runs. Nothing is different. There's no added functionality right now because we haven't actually got the inputs to fire a bullet yet. But let's just see that it does still run because we've changed so much stuff. First, I need to change this build because we're not just building with this anymore. We are now building with a bunch more. Game.c, player.c, and zombie.c. Cool. Let's see if it works. Hopefully it still runs. Next OS, run. Fuck! What is this? Glock. What? Multiple definitions of Glock. Interesting. Multiple definitions of Glock. Where have I said Glock? Oh, right. That makes sense. Okay. Wait. Wait, does that mean I'm gonna get multiple definitions again of like a bunch of other stuff? Oh no, did I mess this up? Let me see. So, where is player? Here, we're signing this to Glock. For now, let's just move this over into main. Oh, because I didn't say that. Let's just see. Does this run? Okay, we're still working. That's good. Everything still works? Yeah. Cool. Oh my lord, that is crazy. Okay. That's good though. So, yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's get the gun actually shooting. That was a roller coaster, man. So, with that, I need to actually shoot something. So, we're probably doing that in the player update. So, player update. So, this is handling the player's movement and camera stuff. So, I'm gonna maybe also separate that out into player movement. And we're just gonna yoinky schwoinky this. And from here, we'll call player movement pass in self. So that will do all the movement stuff. And then have another thing to actually shoot the bullet, right? To figure out when to shoot. I guess what I could do is I can actually make player fire responsible for that as well. So we can say here, we'll copy something like this, and player fire, let's paste that in. We're going to say if the key that is down is, it needs to be like mouse, right? Is mouse button yeah, we'll say is mouse button pressed. This will check for one-time presses, right? Yeah. We'll just say down. Down's fine. No. Pressed. Mouse button left. Yeah. So here, if the mouse button pressed is the left mouse, and the left mouse button, actually, we'll say if it's not, then we'll do an early return, returning that. Okay. I could make this one expression, but I kind of like the idea that we're first checking, hey, if they're not pressing the left mouse button, we're going to return early. And then checking, hey, is there actually ammo in the mag? I don't want to do it in one statement. In one expression, sorry. So that's just fine. And okay, so the player is responsible for itself, but then that bullet we need should be going into an array. Okay. I could. No, but that seems really dumb. If I make it so that the player keeps the array of bullets that it's currently shot out. I feel like that's not responsible for the player to have. Like, I don't think the player should be responsible for that. And that should be more into the game struct. So the game struct should have that array, but I don't have the game struct. So what I could do is, instead of passing a pointer to pointer to a player, we can pass a pointer to game, and that way we'll have access to everything the game has. So basically just all information, because that's kind of what happens in a game, right? Like when you're making a game, like there's so many things that need to rely on other parts. Now the second option is I make the bullets are currently being that are currently shot just be a global array. But where do I define that? Because it needs to happen before this, or it needs to happen with this, and I can't put it in here. I think we'll just pass around this game struct everywhere, because it contains everything anyway. And I guess for a game, that's all right to do, to just have this be everywhere. So let's do that. So I'm going to change a bunch of defines first. Wait, if I make them rely on that, then I need to move the game, but then the game relies on player and zombie. This is a bit fucked. Because this player needs the game information, but the game stuff is defined here, and this relies on the player. And that means I would need to forward declare game so that I can use this, but I don't know if I can. Can I forward declare it? Oh, I can. Wait, that's it? Oh, that's much easier than I thought. Okay, cool. So maybe here instead we'll go game, and then in the player, this is no longer correct, so we need to change this to be game. Player movement doesn't need the game, so we'll just pass in game.player as a pointer. But where is it? I'm gonna actually move this. No, I'm not. No, yeah. This doesn't need. Oh, but it goes so. Oh my god, there's so many things, right? So when we do a player fire, we could be firing multiple. Maybe, I'm not too sure. We'll see how that goes, but I'm not gonna worry about it for now. So if the player fire, which returns the bullet, so we will get that bullet, right? So we'll go player fire, pass in the player, and we'll get said bullet. Now with the game, I need to have a dynamic array probably of bullets. So I'll need to include this one, and we'll also do, what is it called? Dyne impul bullet. Go. And then here we'll go and add this to game bullet. So I can do dyne push and we're pushing. I forget how I wrote this code so I can use it. Type name, so the array, which is game bullets, and said bullet. Cool, and that should append it to the array of bullets. Okay. So now, after shooting, right? In the player update, it calls player fire, which will do all the stuff, and then eventually call this, which returns this, which returns a bullet. So we go back out, go into here, we get that bullet, and we append it to the dynamic array here. That reminds me, I should probably initialize that to, yeah, I'll still initialize it to null, just in case. So here, dot bullets, so that's not random stuff. Cool. Holy shit. Okay. So now what I need to do is actually draw this bullet, maybe. So we need to do a few things. Let's say in here we're going to go to bullet. This shouldn't be in here. This should be here. And here we'll have bullet update, which will take in bullet. We'll just call it self, that's fine. And we'll have a draw, which will just take in a non-pointer. Okay, now we should probably, yeah, we should draw it and update it. So let's maybe make a bullet.c, and we should include defs.h, and let's go bullet draw, takes in a bullet. It's not directly used, that's fine. Okay, so we need to draw out this bullet. For now, I'm just going to draw out rectangles. So I actually need to include. Is my thing okay? Include raylib, and we'll just also include raymath. So we'll just draw like a rectangle. So draw a rectangle. This will do self shape, and actually I need to go rec. Yeah, need to give it a color. Let's just what's a bullet color? Like gold. Let's do gold. That should be a color, I think, with raylib. No. Oh yeah. Okay. That's it. And then void bullet update. So this is where it gets a bit more complicated, because we'll also need to remove this bullet from the array if it's past the canvas size. Yo, how you doing? I'm doing all right. Had to restructure a bunch of code, but I'm doing all right. How you doing? Yeah. So I'll need to remove this bullet from its dynamic array. So let's see. Yep. Good old, really kind of annoying sometimes, see, but you know, it's a love-hate relationship. Let me drink water. Stay hydrated. Okay. I'm gonna have to remove it once it gets out of the canvas. So I might actually need to, instead of doing this, I might just pass in the whole game. Conflicting types, yeah. And I actually have to forward declare it. So I'm having to do that a few times. So I might as well just forward declare it here. Make my life a little easier. Where was I? Yeah. So with this, we need to update it. So how can we update this? We need to actually, why think about it? I've done this before. Let me just yoinky spoinky my own code. I just keep going back to this because I had to do this for an assignment and I wrote the code, so might as well use it again. Update, here we go, right? Yeah. So, yep, that's all. That's pretty much all I have to do. Oh, wait, but I can't just do game. I need to know which current bullet I'm updating. I guess I could have this be like bullets update, but that feels wrong. So let's instead. No, let's do this simpler. We'll have a little chore. We'll return a boolean, right? I'll swap this over there first. We'll return a boolean that tells us if we need to remove this bullet from the array. That's probably a better idea. So let's go back to bullet, change this to self. This will return a boolean. I might as well also comment this and say returns true if needs to be removed from bullets array. Conflicting types, yep. Nix? Yes, sir. What just shows that? Yeah, it's Nix. Wait, how'd you tell? Oh, because of the Nix develop. I hear that it is hard. That is a definite way to describe Nix. It is so good. I actually love Nix now. Nix OS. Like, I can't go back to another distro. I genuinely think that. To be fair, I haven't experimented with all distros. I've only done, of course, like Ubuntu. I've done Manjaro for a little bit. I did Fedora as well, but nothing's like Nix, and it's just so much easier. Like the fact that all of my configuration is right there in code, and I know all of the dependencies I have. That's so cool. Because I hate the like dependency hell that you get yourself in with most Linux distros. So if you ever consider NixOS, 100% like try it out. It's a hurdle in the beginning, but it's amazing. I don't know. Kind of just dick riding on NixOS. This needs to be bool. My brother likes it. I'm using Pop! OS and it works for me. Yeah, fair. I've heard good things about Pop! OS as well. Like, very easy to get into. But yeah, if you're ever itching to distro hop, definitely give NixOS a try. I haven't tried Pop! OS myself. The only person I know, like not personally know, but only person I know of that uses or used Pop! OS was the Primogen. But he didn't swap to NixOS though. He swapped over to Arch Linux. I have wanted to scratch that itch and be able to say that I use Arch, by the way, but I don't think I can. Like, not because it's Arch, just because NixOS just feels so good. I don't know. Truly am dick riding. Okay, let's go bullet. Oh, what might be better? No, I don't want to do this. I could instead make self equal to null, and then check every time if it's been set to null to remove it from the array. But then, I don't want to do that just in case if something breaks because I'm changing a pointer to null. So let's just do a boolean return. Get a Steam Deck and you get Arch SteamOS. Yeah, true. I've been thinking about getting SteamOS. Just because it looks it looks really fun to use, and because it's Arch, right? But I don't think I like right now when I play games, I can pretty much like really quickly. Let me just go over my Steam. Like Steam now, and just gaming on Linux in general is pretty easy. So I don't, I just realized Steam's gonna take forever to open. But yeah, gaming on Linux is super easy. So don't know if I really want a Steam Deck even. Because I'm always at my computer, and I'm not usually going around with like a handhold. I've never had a handhold in general anyway. But if I were to get a handheld, it's definitely Steam Deck, right? Like Nintendo Switch 2 looks so shit. The price on that is horrible. It doesn't have that many good games, at least at launch. The only thing that's making me a little intrigued is what is it called? Dustbloods? Yeah. This I'm super interested in. And the fact that it's only see, that's worth a follow. Thank you, good sir. Yeah, I'm a big From Software fan and like Souls fan in general. I've played pretty much all the Souls games, so that's the only thing that's got me interested for the Nintendo Switch 2 because it's exclusive to that. Okay, let's see here. So I need to update this bullet. Oh, I had it open, right? I can remember how to do this. It's fine. So let's go self.shape.x plus game dev in C. No way. That's the true game dev, man. Not even C++. Who needs that? That's just bloatware. Don't mind me as I look at one of my JavaScript projects. Well, assignments. I mean, hey, it's just math. Where is the update? Yeah, plus equal direction times the speed. I don't think I have a bullet speed. I need to make a bullet speed. Yeah, okay. I ran into a problem trying to figure out how to set up a proxy networking thing on what thing? On what's it called? On your Pop! OS distro or on Steam Deck? Can you do that on the Steam Deck? I'm assuming you mean not the Steam Deck. We're doing direction.x. I should make a bullet speed. So let me quickly do that here. We'll define over here. Define bullet speed. I think the bullet speed should be constant per weapon. So the bullet itself travels the same no matter what gun. Just the fire rate changes. I think that's fine to do. What did I make the player speed? Whoops. Walk speed? Player walk is... we probably want to do it faster than the run, right? You don't want to be able to run faster than a bullet. Oh shit, what have I done? Here. So we'll just say that for now we'll say 8. 8's fine. We'll see how that goes. Let's yoinky spoinky that, do this, do that. Let's times this by bullet speed. Same with this. I should probably also times by delta time, but I'll do that after. I'm not bothered right now. Yeah, for Steam Deck. Oh, really? For Steam Deck? Okay, fair. So obviously for internet search. I quit NixOS after I figured out how much pain it is to install packages for other programs like, I don't know what rad, let's see what that is. Rad 2. Free reversing toolkit. Oh, for reverse engineering. Interesting. Well, let's see. I don't know what that is, but if we go here, if we go... So, was using this, like, did this not work? If you had just, like, did you try just doing system packages and something like that? I'm sure that's the first way you did it. So far, I've had no problems just doing it this way. And usually when there is something like I need to like try to do something like, oh, sorry. I don't know, I have no idea what that is. Wait, let me read back. I did Slackware for a while. It is really old school Linux, but it's kind of cool. I don't even know if I know what that is. Slackware. I'm sorry if you can hear background noise. Ooh, hey folks, it's been a while. Okay, let me. What is it based on? Is it based on like a? Is it its own or? Really? Okay. Now there's a solution. I had no idea how to write Nix scripts myself. Fair enough. Yeah, it's a bit of a rabbit hole, NixOS, but it's like kind of daunting. But once you get into it, like it makes your life a lot easier. To be fair though, I don't know much about Nix. Like literally my config. Let's just quickly go over to it. cd.config. We'll go into my Nix OS here. Like, I've just added a bit of stuff, and it's not that complicated. But the real thing that helped me was like even here in this project. Let's go here. Flake.nix. This is the only script I have for this project, and it just installs some of the things I need, like Raylib. Clang tools, which has the LSP and Clang itself, and we're golden. And it's not that hard. Like pretty much anytime I have a new project, I just copy this from an old project, and pretty much all I do is change the description and change the packages I install. There's definitely a lot more stuff you can do with this, but I mean this has worked for me so far, and I haven't needed anything else. So. I know that there's like, what is it called, Home Manager? I don't know what that is, and I don't want to get into it honestly, but I'm sure it would help my life so much, but I can't be asked. So completely fair. Funny thing is, it's its own branch in the tree. The original. That's pretty cool. I only thought like the original ones would be like Debian. I think Fedora is its own, right? Fedora is its own, and I don't know what even. So many things are just Debian based. Is Arch its own? No, right? It's based off of something, and then that's it. That's like all I know. The docs are pretty lacking something. Yeah, 100%. The concept is amazing, but yeah, I left after things didn't work. I also didn't want to do that home manager thing or Flakes. Arch is its own. You use Arch, by the way? Hell yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to pin that. Shit, can I undo that? How do you... Fuck, wait. Didn't mean to do that. Give me one sec. Unpin. Let's just unpin it in a minute. Actually, can I just unpin it in 0 minutes? No, okay. Oh, here we go. I'll change this to seconds. Bam. Fuck, never mind. Do it in 30 seconds. Jesus Christ, Twitch, help me out here. I don't have any commands. Oh, wait, do I? No. Cool. It'll go away. I swear I'm good at this. I'm not, definitely not. The slash commands are default. Let me see. Dot unpin. There isn't a slash unpin. There's a slash unban, but there isn't a slash unpin. What was the original Linux issue? I forget. Where? I don't even know, man. There's so much to Linux. I'm such a like, I know nothing about it, man. Okay, let me quickly write this. I forget what I was doing. I wanted to check if the bullet has exited the. Oh wait, but if we're moving around, there isn't a fixed canvas size. So if the player walks this way, right? Let's do this in Paint, or not Paint. What is it called? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, did I not click? Oh, Gimp, you okay? Why are you red? What? Buddy, okay. Actually, I'm gonna do this with black and then just change to white. Gimp, buddy, can you? There we go. So here's the player, right? That's our player. And let's say let's do like a yellow. And let's say they pew, right? This is the bullet and it's traveling this way. So I can't just, once it gets over here, get rid of it. Let's just like, imagine that's getting rid of it. Because the player can start walking this way. So when do I get rid of this bullet? That's I've actually never made a game where you can move around like that. Like you're not in the confines of an area. So what is the how do games handle that? Should I say when it collides with something? That feels very wrong, especially right now because it will collide with nothing and it will go on forever. Should I say when it's exceeded like 2 canvas widths or 2 canvas sizes in general? Because a bullet shouldn't travel forever. I think that might be okay. Maybe like 2 canvas sizes from the player. Because if we just do 1 canvas size, here's the player, right? Let's say it's in the center, so it'll be half of the canvas size. And then another half of that would be one whole thing. You can travel over to that one side pretty quickly. So I think we make it 2 canvas sizes. Discard changes. Okay, let me come back to the chat. How's it going? Oh, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Okay. Slackware. Oh yeah, new Linux. How frequently do you stream? I haven't actually streamed in like almost 3 weeks. It's been 19 days since I last streamed because I had my uni exams. But usually, when I don't have exams, I stream like I stream once a week. I stream once a week. And if I have extra time, I stream twice a week. What is your OS 19? Linux. Someone asked what his first Linux OS was called. It's actually a kernel, but yeah, that brick was that GNU was missing. I'd say a gun has a multiplayer sniper high low, sniper high pistol low, then remove it when it collides or the max length of the bullet is exceeded. Yeah, I'm having exams now. We'll come by later maybe. I have to study a lot for tomorrow. Oh, good luck, man. I'm surprised you're even joining the stream. Yeah, man, study up. What exam do you have? Where the fuck am I? Oh, this needs the game. I need to remember to change that. Just pass self. There we go. So let's okay, we'll go into defs and we'll say that the bullet max distance. Let's go bullet despawn dist. Let's do x. Let's just use the width. The width is always going to be more than the height, I think, at least. So we'll go with width. So we'll do, let's say, width times 2. ISO 27001 manager certificate. Can you help me with networking question? Are you asking the other guy? You asking me? I don't know how much help I will be. But I can try. I know nothing about proxies and stuff. I'm pretty sure even in my config here, like I didn't set it up or anything. Yeah, here. Configure this. I don't even have it set up. Just ask, maybe someone can answer. Yeah, one of us might be able to answer. Okay, so self. Let's. Oh right, did I put? Yeah, I did this. So let's say. Oh wait, but I need the player information, right? Then I need the player. Yeah, okay, I'll need the player then, so we can pass the player. Yeah, we'll just pass it directly, we'll just copy it, that's fine. Conflicting types, so we'll go back here, change this, put player, unknown type player, fuck off. Let's just put it over here, type def. Struct player, and now in here we'll say player dot shape dot x plus bullet despawn distance. Okay, and I'll need to do this on multiple lines, I think would be easier. Do you know how to set up a proxy? What kind of proxy? I never set up one. HTTP, SSL, and FTP. I think I need a server to do this, but not sure. Never done it, but heard of Squid. I have never heard of Squid. I don't think I even know what a proxy is. I really should look into more stuff, man. Because I'm just a programmer. I don't know a lot about IT in general, even though I'm having to learn IT as well. Yeah, I heard about it on Jippity. Hell yeah. Player.shape.x plus by a distance. We also need, so we need to compare this to so if we're taking that, we're plusing it, so it's going to the right, is smaller than or equal to self dot shape dot x, or player dot shape dot x minus by bullet despawn distance. So we're minusing this time. The player, we're going that way, right? Yeah. And then we need to see if we're bigger than that. No. Wait, am I getting my signs wrong? If we're plusing by that, we're going this way. So we're increasing the number that way. We're checking if the bullets have passed. That means the bullets x would be larger than that two distance. Yeah. So if we're going that way, we have the player, we have the distance, it's going towards the negative, and we need to see if the bullet's even farther than that, so it would be a bigger negative number, which means that it is smaller, so the number should be smaller. Is that right? I feel like I messed that up, but we'll see. Player.shape.y, believe it's the same kind of thing. Doing the y, increasing that way. We need to see if it's, oh, this one will be bigger. Oh, so then, wait, this is wrong then. Whoops, this needs to be like that. And that should be y as well. Wait, this should be bigger then, right? Yes, it should be bigger. This was wrong. There we go. And they're not ors. Are they ors? Let me just keep writing first. Let's remove this one, and then here minus by that, so we're going into the negative. Smaller than or equal, right? So if we're going into the negative, that means it's going to be a larger negative number, which means it's a smaller number. So if the number is smaller than, yeah, pretty sure that's right. Man, this is definitely not my strong suit. Okay. Is it ors? I feel like that's wrong. I feel like it should be this and this, or this and this. Yeah, I think that's right. So, well, if my bullet has gone all the way that way, but it stayed on the same y-axis, then we should be removing it. So I guess it is ors. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Return true. Otherwise we'll just return false. So player.x plus by the distance, if that, wait, I think I might have mixed up the signs. Okay, player's x plus the distance, right? So we'll get a large number, and we're checking if that number is smaller than this. Maybe I should flip them so I'm comparing them in a different way. So if this x coordinate is larger, that means it's further than that combined distance. So I think I just need to flip these signs. Man, we'll see. We'll see how this goes, man. It's a bit of a shit show, but maybe it'll work. Who knows? So I need to go back into game. Not game. Yeah, actually it is game. Here we have the player update. We have the zombie update. And I should definitely fix this because this is event squared, but we'll ignore it for now. Let's do the bullets here just cause, and we'll say for I equals 0, I is 1, then dying len self bullets I plus plus. Let's also just double check with this. Oh wait, I don't want to do a complete early return. Okay. I don't want to do this nested shit. Okay, if self bullets doesn't equal null, then we're gonna run this code. See, yeah, I don't want to do that because this is fucking massive. For now, that I can keep that like that, or I could just use some go-tos. I haven't actually used a go-to before, but just use some go-tos. I mean, they're dangerous and stuff, but who cares? Actually, earlier I was talking about maybe not doing return bool, but changing self to null. I was like worried about the safetiness, or at least my competency with that. So maybe I shouldn't comment on that. It's fine. Let's go. So if the bullets aren't null, then we're gonna loop through them, and we'll just call bullet update. Yeah, and this needs the current bullet. So right, self bullets at I, and it needs the player, so game dot self dot player. This needs to be a pointer as well, so we'll pass by reference. Need a semicolon. Which here is gonna sign off and figure out the problem. Good luck, man. Sorry I wasn't enough help. Let me know if you join next time. Let me know if you figured it out. Praying for you. Okay, let's go over to game draw, and see, I did it here. Let's do this over here. So if self bullets isn't null, then let's yoink this code. Yoinky spoinky. Change this to bullets. Change this one to bullets. Oh, because this is zombie draw. Cool. Right. I need to check if this returns a boolean. So if this is true, so we'll say bool remove. If remove not a function call, I'm pretty sure. Oh, but I'm currently looping through, so that's a bit of a problem. I could save the ones to remove in an array. I don't know if I want to do that, because you don't want to. If I remember right, you don't want to remove an element during the during your loop. Like if you're removing an element from an array, during. Well, it might be okay because I have this as a function call, which is not really a function call, it's a macro, but. And if I remember right, the if condition, the for condition is evaluated each time. I see game dev, I click. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Fancy seeing you here. Oh, you guys know each other. Hey. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the for condition gets called, I guess, gets evaluated each time. So it might be alright to remove it during the iterations. If not, what I could do then is I can have a temporary array that just stores all the ones I need to remove. I don't know. Let me double check. C for loop condition evaluation. This is C++, but I think they will be both the same. Yes, semantically it will evaluate on every loop. In some cases, compiler may be able to remove the condition from, but not always. In particular, okay. In general, if you would, for example, change the value inside your loop, it would reevaluate every time. But since that is not the case in your example, a decent compiler will up to, yeah, okay, so it should be fine. I think I can just remove it. So I'm pretty sure I have a function to remove, yeah, and it takes an index, cool. So we'll go down remove, we'll pass, we're doing a bullet, we're going to pass the array, which is a pointer to it, right? Bullets. Pretty sure I need a pointer to it. I can actually just double check. I wrote documentation, thankfully. Dine remove. It will be a pointer, just need to double check. Yeah, it is a pointer. Cool. And it needs the index. So we'll just pass an I. I see. Where is that defined? Did I put it in bullet? Where did I define? Do I have ripgrep installed? No, I don't. Would have been a lot easier if I had ripgrep right now. That's okay. Let's go and just search for dyna impl like that. I have it in bullet. Could I put that in defs? I think I might be able to. Let's try it. Go into defs and we'll put it, just put it over here. Oh, right, I can't because it has, wait, does it even? Because it's all locked behind. No, right, but then this makes it inline. Cool. So I can't do it like that. So instead, that's a bit annoying. Let me put this back here. Oh, the woes of C. Where was this complaining? Here. So we haven't defined the implementation for this. I think, can I? No, right? This is going to complain to me and be like, hey, you actually have redefinitions of things. Incompatible pointer. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh. Wait, what? Oh, because it's already a pointer. Right. So game has this and player has this. That, I think, would be a problem. Because we'll have redefinitions for this thing. And that's not fun. We don't want that. Let's see if it compiles first. I don't think it will, but we'll see. Anyway, I was removing the bullet. So yeah, if remove the bullet. That should be it. Are we drawing it? We are, right? Where is bullet draw? Should be in here. Bullet draw just draws it at its coordinates. Okay, let's just see if it compiles. Right. Cool. Murray, what? No such. Oh, right. Yeah, that's fine. Because I tried to call it, but then. Yeah, so we have multiple definitions of this. Right. Cool. How do I go about fixing this? So both the player and the game need this. Also, wait, this is bothering me. I'm gonna put that up there. Could I do like a guard clause in here for this? Like, could I go like, oh, oops. Could I go like define, if not defined, can I do like a function name? Does that work? Let me go over to my thing here and so I guess we'll just do grow and see, because I actually don't know. If not defined that, then define, oh, if not define, and will that work? Let me double check. Does see if for function name. Right. Okay, so that wouldn't work. Okay. Maybe what I could do is when. No, I don't think that works. I was gonna say when we do just dyna impl, we can define a thing, but I don't believe that works, right? If I did hashtag define dyne impl for tn, yeah, that's not gonna work. That's a little annoying. I think hashtag dyne defs and hashtag dyne impl question mark. What do you mean? Like I'm not too sure. Maybe I shouldn't have made it like this. Maybe I should have done the, what is it called? The like STBDS way, where it doesn't actually generate real functions and they're all macros. But there was a reason why. There was like one reason why I made this, and it was specifically for like compound literals or something. For push. Yeah. Okay, so let me think about this. If both player and game need this dyne impl, I need to make it so that they both have it, but without doing the multiple definitions. Okay. Okay, how am I gonna do that? Where does this need it? where do we use dyn? Okay, we use dyn len. Here specifically, I think we need it because this is just a macro that is just doing some math. This calls a function. Right. Oh, but then this one also calls a function. Hey, yeah. Ooh. Sorry, I was half listening then. Suggested something that might not work. I remember writing something similar a while back, and I chose a separate to separate. I chose to separate a. Oh my god, why am I being dyslexic? To separate a for declaration of all functions with a then dyn-defs macro, and then separately implement them with a hashtag dyn-impl macro. Okay. Okay, I get what you mean. Okay, I get what you mean. Okay. Oh, I could do that. I'm gonna have to rewrite some of this though, but that shouldn't be too bad because they're just definitions then that I need to do. So this is the implementation. All I need to do then here is go hashtag dyn. The issue is only calling hashtag dyn-impl once to avoid double definitions, but that requires wrapping all dyn-impls in against a macro defined by, or replacing all the calls into a separate translation unit. I went with dyn arrays. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I get what you mean. Let's do this then. Dyn-defs, and then we'll do ttn. And then this will do the definitions for these functions. So we'll just yoinky spoinky all of these functions, change them out to have this like that, and here yoinky spoinky this one. Not over there. Let's paste this over here. Cool. And change this with semicolon. Let me close that. Let's get a bigger window. Actually, let me also do it like this. So we have dyn pop. We're gonna put this over here. Change that like that. Dyn remove. Put that here. And then dyn clear. Cool. Yeah, cool. And then so with this though, then this makes it a non-header only library. Alternatively, and like this for curseness, make each dyn xx, that's a funny way to say that, function a macro and pass in all the dyn array state per macro. Then you truly have truly inline function. No, this is not a good solution. Lol. What can I do about this? Oh, I've got it because I have this. All I need to do is include that, which I have, and then here we'll go dyn-defs. Let's actually do this lower down once everything has been defined. Because I didn't save it. I did save it. What do you mean? Oh, because I haven't passed the parameters yet. So we need bullet. So now this will generate all the definitions. So then I don't need to do all these implementations because they will have found it. So in player, I can remove this one as well. I just need to make sure that maybe in main. Oh, let's also move this into here, I guess. What is your problem? Oh, oh, so that actually needs to be there. Whoops. So here, just in case, I'll do dyn-defs zombie, just in case. And then in here, we'll do the implementation for bullet as well. There we go. That should work. All your infos can go in main as long as the defs are in the header. Yep. Cool. That works. I'm pretty sure that will work. Nice. So let me just make sure that everything is clean. Yeah. Holy shit. Holy dooly. Do I even need that now? Not really, but it's being included anyway. I might as well just keep it. Okay. So with this, haven't tested the code yet. What should happen is we'll spawn in, right? We're gonna go into game update. In game update, we're going to player update, which will handle the movement, but we'll also check if the gun's fired. If the gun has fired, we'll get the bullet that it just fired, and add it to the bullets game array. And interesting. Wait, I think I might have made an oopsie doopsies, because this remove okay, and then push needs a pointer to a pointer. Right, I remember that. Okay, we're good. Okay, so where was I? So here, right, push it to that bullets array. Then once we've done that, we're going to check all the bullets, make sure it's not null, loop over them, update them by moving them, and then also checking if they've gone a certain distance. If they have, we're going to say, hey, it's time to remove it. So we remove it. Cool. Let's see if it works. Fuck. Undefined reference to bullet draw, bullet update. Okay, where is that in? Undefined reference to bullet draw in game draw. Oh, I know why. I made this file, but I don't think I've added it to my build script. Yeah, I haven't. Cool. So let's see now. Cool, and if I... Okay, the calculation's a little wrong. And I don't know if the bullets are getting despawned because they move a lot quicker than me. So just for testing purposes, let's make the bullets be super slow. So bullet speed, we're just gonna make it 2, that's fine. Let's run this again, and right, so here let's go away and let's see, we should be able to see the bullet again at some point. Yep, cool. Let me just make sure I know where it's going. It's going down that way. So let's just slowly follow after it, and hopefully at a certain point it will disappear. This is a really bad way. I could just be logging this. Let's see. Okay, no, let's log it. So we'll go here and we'll see. I know I should worry about the calculation, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm more worried about actually removing the bullet. So in game here where we have remove, let's just print f removing bullet. What's your problem? Oh, why are you including bruh? Okay, there we go. Let's run. So we're gonna shoot. Let's move away from it. Let's try and get far away from it. I should have also increased its speed again. Oh, we removed the bullet. Cool. I'm happy. now let's fix the math. Where is remove? Actually, where's printf? There we go. So, what's up with the math? Why is that wrong? I think it has something to do with player spawn bullet. So, might be something to do with this. The direction is also being wrong. Not too sure why. We normalized it as well, and in here we're just passing by the direction. Does the direction have to update? I don't think so. It might have to actually. Let's check an older project. Let's see how I've done this here. Okay, we're almost done for today. I just want to get this bullet to work, and then I'll worry about the bullet collisions maybe tomorrow. So back over to this. I want to see if how I did this. So we're spawning like this, right? We're getting player.shape.x, which is, yeah, and then I'm doing .x width, and then this needs to be height. There we go. That should fix it, I think. And here we're getting the mouse coordinates and then normalizing it, which is what we're doing here. And this immediately puts it, but I don't want to do it like that, so we're returning the bullet. Then once we've returned it, it goes over to here, which goes over to here, which, oh my lord, there's so many function calls, which goes over to here. And it'll add it. Okay, let's see if it works first. So, bada bing, bada boom, let's go, come on. Still not entirely correct. Is it? No, it's definitely not right. Like, I'm clicking over here and it's going that way. I'm clicking over there. At least it looks like it's spawning from my position correctly, so that's good. But it's not going in the direction that I'm hoping for. Is it this? Is that why? Also, it might be a thing of the camera. That might be an issue, because the where's camera? Because we have a camera that's set up, so maybe getting mouse positions is a bit not how we want to do it, because a mouse coordinate is not the same kind of coordinate in our two-dimensional space anymore because of the camera. Is that right? Am I thinking about this correct? Like, no, the player's position is still the same. So I don't think it's a camera. Yeah, I don't think it's a camera. I'm not too sure why this is happening. I don't know my vector math enough to know why it's not going in the right direction. Let me see. What happens if I do... What happens if I do that? I don't know if this works, but... Yeah. Do I have to ABS it? That might be the play. So when we do this, do we have an ABS? Yeah. This is part of the C standard library, right? Yes, it is. Okay. So, and this is for, oh wait, this is for ints. Do they have ABSF or something? I guess I could just make my own ABS. It shouldn't be that difficult. But is that what I need to do? Let me also really quickly, let me change this one back. Is it here? Oh, I did change it back. Okay. Is that why it's happening? I feel like it is. So maybe I need to do that. Should I make a little utils? Actually, does surprise and ray math there isn't. Oh, is there? Mathcalls.h. What is this? I didn't know this was a thing. I'm guessing that's with when you do, what is it called? When you do that. Easy peasy. True. Fair. But I'm thinking, is that why that's happening? Let me also, if I'll do that anyway. Let's do like a. Actually, I can put that in depths. That's fine. Let's maybe do it over. Yeah, let's do it over here. Let's just go define ABS. And needs to round that in brackets. Yep. Thank you for writing it out. Smaller than 0. Put on the outside. Put that as X. There we go. Right. Oh, need to put that in that. And wait, this needs to go here. There we go. That is why that's happening, right? That's my only issue. Maybe when we're calculating that, which is in spawn here, we bullet.direction.x equals abs. Abs bullet.direction.x and yoinky spoinky, put that as y, put that as y. Okay, let's just see if that fixes it. Nope. Cool, so why not? Okay, when I'm walking down, this works correctly. When I'm going that way, that does. Oh, what is happening? Oh, and now none of them are shooting. Wait, what? Okay, there's a few things that are bugged. One, this is not working. Well, no, this is working specifically, but the calculation for the direction you need to go in is wrong. Is there another, like, what does that do? No. So I think, okay, I think I'm right here. Because this returns the x and y coordinates of it, like with relation to the window, but our player, their x and y coordinates is a different plane. So I was saying something about that, and I thought I was wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. So how do I get that to be the same? I feel like I need to do some math to figure out at what point where we clicked it is in the world space. Okay, what I'm thinking is a way that we can figure it out is, since the character is always in the middle of the screen, what we can do then is calculate the does that work? Wait. So if I click, okay, let's say we click somewhere on the screen. Let me pull out some GIMP. Let's go into new. Okay. Why is it yellow? Why yellow? So, player is here. And we're trying to find out if this player, not if this player, sorry. Let's say this is the mouse. Does that look, that does not look like a mouse. What am I doing? It looks like a mouse. Let's go like, and then, and then, that's a mouse, right? That's the side button. Oh, that's these are the side buttons. So if the mouse is clicked over here, let's say specifically at this point, we will have a coordinate for this. So we can write down the actual coordinates. Let's say it's about 1640, 600. Let's say that. So this is 1640. What did I say? 600. 600. Right. So we have that, but then in the actual 2D game space, this guy is not, his coordinates is not the canvas coordinates. Let me double check something. Let me delete that really quick. When I spawn the player, I do say, yeah, I do say width divided by 2 and height divided by 2, and the camera set to targeting the player. Huh. So, okay, so there is a relationship here between those two coordinates, right? So the player's X and Y will be what is this canvas? Whatever. I'll just say what's okay, no, I need to know. What's 1920 divided by 2? 960. And 1080 divided by 2, 540. So this is this coordinate. But I'm noticing, right, when I run the game, it doesn't even work to begin with when we're in the middle of the screen. So that's a bit weird, because if we haven't moved at all, the coordinate planes should be the same. Okay, let's not do this like theory based and like try and figure out conceptually. Let's do some printf debugging. So, and I think I'll only do this for a bit longer because I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. So when it hits that 3 hour mark, we'll call it quits today, and I'll come back tomorrow. So let me check. Maybe we'll do this in game, and in the game we'll just printf. I need printf printf I'll leave it to 1, it's fine. Self dot player dot shape dot x. Afraid the maths is not being done in screen space because those x and y corners looked reasonably specific, but I guess you could have a fast moving character. Afraid the math is not being done in screen space. I think it might be. Let's I don't even know, man. What is wrong? Why do you keep including the C++1? Okay, and then I want to also print out the bullets, and we'll just be doing one bullet, so we'll just, yeah, I'll just do one bullet. So whatever. Actually, it'd be easier if I just do it like this. Maybe after the update. Then change this to actually I could have just kept it the same, self dot bullets at I, right, dot shape, yeah, okay, cool. And copy this over. And we'll just paste that there. Okay, let's see what is happening. I'm sorry. What? I'd forgotten something. This is completely also not related. This can return an uninitialized bullet. So if bullet dot shape dot okay, that's still not fixing the math problem. So if I run over to this bullet, are we the same? Pretty much, right? Yeah, pretty much. Okay, what's up with... Let me see to the point where the bullet first gets spawned in. I also need to check the cursor. So here's the first time it gets spawned in, right? It is spawned near the player. That's fine. And it is going that way. Okay, let me also check the mouse position. So that's in player update, here player fire. I'll do some printf. Actually, let's just do it over here, because I already have this here. Slash n mouse x. Is it because I'm normalizing this? No, right? Okay, let me just do .x, .y, okay, and let's run this. So here we go, I'm clicking there. So normally I should go between, but I guess we'll force Normalization should go between -1 plus 1 on both axes. ABS will force that to... Yeah. Okay, let me remove that. But that's still gonna... It still didn't work before, right? Yeah. Here is... Okay, I want to look at these three. Actually, let's look at... let's look at these three. And maybe these two more. So, that's the mouse position. And it gets spawned near the player. It's not exactly right on the player. But that's fine. It's meant to be in the middle of the player, which is apparently that. And then it starts traveling that way instead of going towards the mouse. And I definitely need to fix this later so that I calculate a better mouse position in the correct coordinate space, because if we've traveled all the way that way and we click, it's gonna mess it up. So I need to figure that out later. But why doesn't it work standing in the correct, like in the middle of the screen? I don't know. Maybe this is a problem for tomorrow. Yeah, maybe. I think I'll call it quits now. Then it's been 3 hours, and we're so close though. So close to getting bullet properly going. We have a bullet. We have it spawning and removing. All good there. It is just not going the right direction, which is shouldn't be a big problem. I should be able to fix that. I definitely need to fix the coordinate space. Maybe actually I don't even know how I want to do it, but I'll see. And I definitely need to find out the correct mouse position in our world space, in our game space. Shouldn't be too difficult, right? We'll see how it goes. But for now, we did a lot of things actually. Oh, didn't do that. Really quick, vectors. Yeah, fuck me. I should definitely learn more about linear algebra and vectors and matrices and shit like that. But we did a lot of stuff, and I'm happy with it. Restructured a lot of code, so it's not just in one big file. And we have bullets. We do have bullets. They're just not correct. Using GCC instead of CC. I'm not even actually using GCC. GCC, while it is GCC, it's actually just Clang. so it's not even GCC, it's Clang. Does NixOS even come with a CC? Oh wait, I'm not gonna be able to try it because it's Clang. Let's let's go into here. Yeah, no CC, no GCC, no Clang. For all my non-GNU homies, using Clang instead of CC for all my GNU homies. CC is just a link to GCC on Ubuntu. That's pretty funny. Is there CC is this some link to the system C compiler? Yeah, and I'm guessing most of the time it would be GCC, right? That's the most common C compiler. I'm pretty sure, I don't know what is wait, let me really quickly. CC compiler. Okay, never mind. I wanted to use tiny C for something like that, but I had a hard time compiling it. Yeah, I was also trying to bundle Tiny C into a project, and I was looking at the build steps, and it was like, oh, you need to change this thing in the file to like to put it in the right path, and you need these dependencies. And I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm assuming everyone has a C compiler, or knows how to get one. Not super like surely, yeah, right? People have system-wide C compilers. Insofar as any non-trivial C program with a bazillion compilers flags can be compiler agnostic. You know, I don't know. I swear I'm dyslexic, man. That took me so long to like. I read it correctly, I think, but then I didn't understand. Maybe that's not dyslexia. Maybe I'm just slow, man. It's been 3 hours. It's been 3 hours. I'm gonna blame it on that. It's not dyslexia. Can't self-diagnose dyslexia. Okay. Maybe I'm typing weird. No, probably not. I've been doing this all day. How do you allocate a dynamic array on the stack? $1 million question C99. What did I change? When did I change it? Okay. Cool. Yeah. I'm done for the day. Plus 3 hours of brain effort. you don't dynamically you don't, my lord, you don't allocate a dynamic array on the stack. Yeah, you don't. No. Who needs unless your dynamic array is chunky, you don't. But like, guys, like, who needs the heap? Just use the stack, you know? Like, what? I'm a C programmer. I don't need heap. I say as I use I have my own dynamic array. Little header only file. It's in the standard of C9 basic int. Okay, let's let me first git commit. So what have I done? Let's go git add dot git commit refactor add guns bullets no worky though. Oh, is it asking me to? Oh, yeah. Okay, I need to fix that. Yeah, it keeps asking me for a password and stuff like that. I'm using GitHub tokens, and they've been really fucky wucky. I'll fix that off stream. Okay. Anyways, oh, I missed a few. Yeah, variable length arguments are possible, but variable length arrays are possible, but they are unimplemented on MSVC. Yeah, it doesn't really use C99, either C89 or C++, something like that. They are made optional in C11, if I remember correctly, specifically because MSVC didn't want to implement them. You could use alloc A. Oh, is that like alloc array instead? But it's not in the standard, I think. Alloc A is identical to VLAS, sorry. And MSVC exposes underscore alloc A instead, but it is possible to do dynamically size stack allocations. So not really. You're allocating a number of bytes in your current stack frame. Both alloc and the same. The issue is that dynamic arrays imply growing and shrinking your array. Man, maybe I just need to get good. This is going over my head. It is possible to shrink an alloc A, but not using some of the memory you allocated. By not using some of the memory allocated. Does that mean that the OS will, I feel like I'm reading it wrong, but with the OS then just see, hey, you're not using this chunk of memory, so we're just gonna yoinky spoinky from it. It is even possible to grow and allocate, assuming it is no stack frames occurred between calls. It's not as simple as using malloc, realloc free. Yeah, I don't think I know C well enough to understand most of this. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it. Thank you guys for dropping by. Good to see new faces and old faces. Saw a few people that I haven't seen in a little bit, so that's good. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for dropping by. Made some good progress. We'll continue that progress tomorrow. It has been a while. It has. But good to see you again, man. Yeah. So take it easy, guys. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.